I'm engaged. I'm an engaged man. I'm wearing the ring that Ben gave me just as I went into the house, which was a ring he bought for himself in Turkey about 5 years ago. And so he wanted to have something for me. He wanted me to wear something in the house, and I don't particularly like jewellery, but it was like, okay. And then I knew when he'd given me this ring that I had the ring on me already, and that I was already going to propose. And I just think it was such a strange experience to be in the house and be nominated and think every time I got nominated the engagement was coming. So while the housemates would go to bed at night that I would be nominated with, they would be worried about their eviction. I was worried about this engagement and how appropriate an engagement proposal would be when I'm evicted as a housemate, you know, during the program. To make it to the very end and have it all come together in the way that it did was incredible. Like, I can't believe Australia got behind me in the way that they did. All I could be was that person. I can't be any other way, and so warts and all, you end up being the winner of Big Brother because of it. I must have done something right. I think it's what the beautiful thing about the statement, though, and what I think it is that it's an honest reaction to what Ben and I have. Like, I wanted to propose to him beforehand, and the proposal that I have is not a statement or a protest or a political movement. It's, I want to marry Ben, and at the end of the day when I'm sitting on the couch, no one's going to tell me that I'm not married to him, and that, you know, we don't need to have to push something, that eventually I think we'll get there. But people like Ben and I, just being normal Australians, doing this sort of stuff will probably get people to understand it a little bit better and be less fearful of it. I think if there's young children out there who were watching last night and they're like, are those two boys getting married? You know, when they're older, they'll probably, they're a step further towards this being a normal thing and less of a homophobic thing. I didn't want people to think of me as the poster boy or to think of me as the spokesperson for something. I'm a man who's in love with another man, and I've resigned myself so much before this to think I would never find love and that I would never get married and I would never plan a wedding, and then this has happened. Like, I get to do all of those things. I get to be a little bit giddy, I guess, in planning something that's so good for me. I was very grateful to be there, and I wasn't there to make friends with spiders. Like, I wasn't there to fuck spiders, is what you're supposed to say. I wasn't there for a holiday. I was there for a Big Brother experience that I was in. Like, it was ingrained in me how lucky I was to be there, because I had known how hard it was to be told no. And every time I got in there and I thought I couldn't do it, or it was just easy to lie around, I'd just remind myself of how lucky I was to be there, and I would make an outfit. Well, I don't know. There's only sometimes I was like, I have to go and hide behind the couch because I was overwhelmed with myself. And like, people go behind the couch because they were boring and they wanted a nap. I'd go behind there because I was like, I'm on Big Brother, I'm on Big Brother, I'm on Big Brother! I'd lose my mind. I felt like in lots of ways that she was fit to be my friend. Like, she made my time in the house pop, and I think I did the same thing for her. And I think what was beautiful about this friendship that we had was that there was an equal amount of time of looking at the other person and letting them be funny, but also laughing at them. And I think our humour and our understanding of social commentary was very succinct. So what she brought to the table was relevant to my humour, and I think it was likewise. But to turn that to what Stacey is as a woman, as a friend, and the depth that she has as a person was beautiful for me. Like, I'm drawn to interesting people and probably complicated people, and just because you're funny isn't enough. Like, Stacey is actually someone you can sit there and have a proper discussion about your life. And what is she a life with? I think that the word bullying in Australia at the moment is being tossed around a little unfairly, and I am very upset by bullying. Like, I'm very much aware of it. One of my best friends runs the biggest anti-bullying company in Australia, and I'm aware of what bullying is. When you go into Big Brother, you aren't necessarily, that's when you are yourself, but you're a heightened version of yourself. To sit around in that house and to never talk about what people did was wrong. Josh said to me in the week 2, he said, we're not bitching, it's just normal for us to talk about other people in this house. And I was like, yeah, I think that's right. I think it very much is a part of it. And I'm not proud of a lot of it. I wouldn't change any of it, but I learnt a lot from doing it. Like, I said some things that I'm not happy with, but I learnt from that. I started a lot of fires, but I think I put a lot out. I don't know what my face was, but 2 days before we had this chicken, and Michael saved the wishbone, and then he said, I don't want to wish on the wishbone, I want Estelle and Ben to do it, knowing that we would wish we'd win Big Brother. And I clicked it with her and I won. And you could see the look in her eye when I won a wishbone, that she was going to flip her nana when I won the whole show. And I was like, I wish I win Big Brother. I didn't say it to her, I just said it to myself. And I put that little bone in my pocket, and when the announcement was going off, I was holding onto the little bone going, you're gonna win it, you're gonna win it. And then when I won it, I don't know what I thought. I for the rest of my life, I'll probably try and understand that emotion. You don't deserve $250,000. You don't deserve a car. You barely deserve the privilege of being on Big Brother. And then to have it all come together in that way and feel rewarded to be one out of 16 is humbling. No. There's no way that I could have done what happened in any other way. I think the housemates that tried to play a game lost because they were evicted. I brought a very large bag of into Big Brother, and I went through it on national television, and some of it was good and some of it was bad. Most people wouldn't do that, but that's who I am, and I can't apologise for that.